going on, Jerome's? So we fell for it, but I feel like it's better that we recognize that in ourselves, right? And it's part of playing the game, right? So Mike Florio, ProFootballTalk.com, supposed Vikings fan from way back in the day, right? And say what you will about Florio, like PFT, it does matter in the national media jabroni haircut landscape, because Joe 12-pack out there in middle America, even though I'm Joe 12-pack in middle America, a lot of us are, but we don't have time to get into the minutia of every single one of the 32 teams. So we get our cues and we get some of our perspectives from national media outlets still, right? And so that's what always bothers me about the Vikings. It's not so much, we're disrespected. It is what it is. We have to overcome that. But all the accomplishments are denigrated, downgraded. 13-4. Oh, it's a fluke. Oh, point differential. Brand new thing, right? With the thumb always down on the scale, it gets tiring. It really does. And it warps the perception of the team nationwide and internationally, right? But Florio, who does a regular show with Chris Sims, son of Boomer Esiason, which I think that might be my favorite running joke that no one gets. That's okay. And Florio, BFFs with our guy, Paul Allen. That's not a thermos. But Florio, he's had some takes about this team, mainly about trying to dismantle it from within. Like maybe he's a sleeper agent, where he's just always like, hey, trade Justin Jefferson. Hey, did you know that the Vikings were trying to trade up for Malik Neighbors and then trade Justin Jefferson somewhere else? Did you know that the Vikings should trade for Matthew Stafford, even though Darnold is 5-0? All right, but don't worry about it. He's very important. He will let you know. It's okay. Long story longer. So, as we said, we definitely took the cheese when it comes to the rage bait, but at least we're acknowledging it, right? And I feel like he's been laying it on extra thick, THICC, this week. And it on one hand, I understand. Longtime Vikings fans, all the Super Bowl losses. 75, 89, 98 in 2000 and 2009. God. Anyways, but he's hard scrabbled and snarky and gallows humor and always looking for the banana peel, as a lot of Vikings fans are. And some fans in every fan base, they're not happy unless they're unhappy, which is perfectly fine. But this is just blatant dishonesty, right? So it started with the power rankings, right? Vikings check in at 7. That's perfectly fine, right? 8-2, who would it do? The Vikings are simply not fun to watch. Oh, me so sorry that the best defense in the National Football League, getting pressures, the number one turnover defense in the league, as well as an offense that has the ability to catch fire at a given point because you have the best freaking wide receiver in the game. You have a resurrection story with Slinging Sam Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback. Oh, me so sorry that that's not fun to watch. Whatever. But then got into the picks. The picks for the week. So the Vikings 3.5-point favorites on the road at Soldier Field against the crooked Chicago Bears. This is a Florio wrote. So first off, Florio picked the Bears to win, which, this feels like a Chicago win. They're better than 4-6. Oh, they're better than 4-6. How? Because the Packers cheated on that field goal attempt. Sure, but okay. Like, which games do the Bears deserve to win? Which ones? Which ones they deserve not to lose? And the Vikings don't deserve to be 9-2. The Bears' offense has improved. Cool. It couldn't have gotten any worse. They're still bottom 3 in the league. And Slinging Sam Darnold can be counted on to make a mistake or two. So hold on. The Vikings don't deserve to be 9-2. Which games did they not deserve to win? Right. So Giants, yes, deserve to win. Niners. The Vikings handled that game. San Francisco caught up a little bit in garbage time. It is what it is. Texans, a bang thing. Did the Vikings not deserve to beat the Packers? Oh, what about the second half? What about the first half? You can withstand a comeback when you build a 28-point lead, which is not easy to do in the National Football League. Oh, did they deserve to lose to the Jets? A big time play at the end by Stephon Gilmore. I was told that. How come the Vikings are always on a different scale? So the Lions can win ugly and late, as evidenced by like the stupid Texans game. God, I'm still pissed off about the Texans game. Anyways, but and also a number of including the Vikings game, by the way. Or what about the Chiefs? Like, they're the kings of the single score victory. It was like, stunning and brave, but with the Vikings broke ass. And then the Lions and Rams game, it is what it is. Defense without Cashman, but no excuses there. Although, if the Vikings didn't kick themselves in the second quarter, and then if the offense can pick up 4 freaking yards if Jordan Addison clears out, it's a different story, right? But I'm sure that they would chalk that up as the 9-1 Vikings not deserving to win that game. Sure. Did they not deserve to beat the Colts? Got together in the second half. Did they not deserve to beat the Jaguars and the Titans? It's extremely difficult to win a game on the road in the National Football League. And the Vikings, they didn't have their fastball against the Jaguars. They kicked field goals. They got it done. Stunning performance by the defense. And I'm sorry that winning by 10 on the road means that you don't deserve it, and we're a Jalen Speedy Naylor drop away from that being 30-13. They did not deserve that either. It's ridiculous. But no, they don't deserve to be 9-2. That's just idiocy, and that goes beyond the pale, right? And say what you will. Right, so you could call teams frauds and whatever, but they deserve to be 9-2, and they are going to be 9-2. Right. Also, this is fun. So make excuses for the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. Like, this is full on. When you guys remember when that Ragnar live mascot was just like, ho 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 ho, if you don't pay me a lot more, I'm going to go root for the Packers. Go Pack, go ahead. They'd be 9-1 if they'd beaten the Lions and the Vikings. Well, if I don't want to say the joke, but everyone knows the joke. But it's just maddening, right? And yeah, we can have jokes about Florio. It can be fun in games and stuff, but like we said, he's still a respected part of the national media, jabroni haircuts, and everyone else takes their cues from him. And he should know, like, being in the media for decades. The Vikings have been the little brother, the lovable losers. Actually, not even lovable, just the hated losers, where it was so easy for newspapermen back in the day after the Vikings lost 4 Super Bowls. Oh, the Vikings could never win the big one. Blah, blah, blah. And it just continued to roll along down the line. But it's just freaking ridiculous. Like, the Vikings don't deserve to be 9-2. Well, you're going to be really pissed off when the Vikings are 9-2. And then 3-game home stand, and then all of a sudden they're 12-2. And then all of a sudden at Seattle, you don't know which one's going to show up, and then 2 games to close this thing out. Florida's going to be so pissed. The Vikings are going to be the most fraudulent 15-2 team in National Football League history. And through tiebreakers, they might be the first 15-win wild card. But it's all right. Prove the haters and the losers wrong, even so-called fans. Not a thermos. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Florio, the rage bait, it got me, but it felt good to vent. Anyways, you guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull, production value.